Welcome, Fade to Black breaking news for this Thursday, June 20th, summer solstice 2024. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. What a great week. Closing out the week tonight with Seth Showstack on the show. Monday, Paul Hynek. Tuesday, Serena Wright Taylor. Amazing show. Wednesday, last night, Kevin Jameson. That show rocked, by the way. Tonight, Seth Showstack is with us from SETI, and, well, the show's titled simply The ET Search Continues. And so there you go. This weekend's Disclosure Fest is canceled due to the wildfires that are ongoing here in Southern California. My next event coming up is the 2024 Conscious Awards in Miami, Florida, with Billy Carson, and the links are below forbiddenknowledge.com for tickets and information this year, hosted by Giorgio Tsoukalos. All right, before we get started, I wanted to mention that earlier today, I took a ride on my Harley and went up to Bouquet Canyon and then up to Spunky and up and over the mountains. And you can look it up on Google Maps. It's an incredible ride. But when you come to the end of Bouquet Canyon, you get on Spunky. Right there, as you head up, there is a lake right there, and you can see it in Google Maps. But I swear, it's Uru mist. You come up over the top in the lake with this dam in the background with these islands that are scattered. It is the craziest thing. It's like you're on another planet. It's like Uru Mist, that stage in Uru with the dam and the water collectors. You guys know what I'm talking about. I did that today. And I'm only bringing that up because this will be the last ride that I do on my old exhaust. That's right. Finally, been on back order with Harley Davidson. I get my exhaust, my new exhaust tomorrow, and I'm going to get that installed. Very excited about that. It's just I'm sharing the highlights of my life with you. Today is summer solstice, so happy summer solstice, everybody. I've got some news on that coming up. But first, let's start with on this day in history, 1975. Remember it like it was yesterday. Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg, a film that made me totally afraid to jump into a pool, opens in theaters. I can't believe that was 1975. I saw that with my Aunt Carol in Michigan, and I was up staying with her for a few weeks in the summer, and the movie was released. She had a pool in her backyard, an amazing pool that I swam in every day until after that movie. Here's your fader fact. Dr. James P. Campbell's safe arsenic complexion wafers, after you ate them, Dr. Campbell said that they would get rid of freckles, blackheads, vulgar redness, and other facial disfigurements. That's your fader fact. This was in 1887. And in 1887, you got a box of 120 wafers for $1. Your funeral was extra. And that is your fader fact. All right, let's get to the breaking news. Sad to report today, actor Donald Sutherland died today in Miami after a long illness. He was 88 years old. And you just go back, he's, one of the greats. MASH, Kelly's Heroes, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Animal House, right? 6 Degrees of Separation, and on and on and on and on. He was the best. Rest in peace, Donald Sutherland. All right. The time of the annual summer solstice will be at its earliest it's been for centuries and will continue to creep forward every leap year until the year 2100. Solstice is set to get progressively earlier for the next 72 years. Today's solstice is the earliest since 1796. The phenomenon is caused by Earth's 23.5 degrees of axial tilt with respect to the sun. So, as our planet orbits the sun, one hemisphere leans away from the sun and the other towards it. So, every successive leap year from now until the end of the millennium will be the earliest since 1796 by 45 minutes. And that is crazy. Happy summer solstice, everybody. Bet you didn't know it. It felt like it came a little earlier, didn't it? Right? Okay, check this out. A second cyber incident at a data provider called CDK Global, whose software is used at 15,000 auto dealers, continued its slow operations to a near standstill today as at U.S. and Canadian car dealerships. Yesterday, CDK said that they were actively investigating a cyber incident and they had to shut down most of their systems. Then the company announced that most of the critical computer systems were back online. That was yesterday. Late yesterday evening, CDK experienced an additional cyber incident and again shut down their systems, saying that they could now be down for several days. So if you're buying a car, right, I think now's the time because they got to break out pencil and paper. Yeah, they got to do it old school. That's crazy. Paleontologists have named a newly unearthed dinosaur after the Norse god Loki, due to a striking similarity between its horns and Loki's regal headpiece, as it was depicted in all of the recent Marvel stuff. Scientists describe the new dino. It's called, you ready? Lokiceratops rangiformis, in a study published today in the journal Peer J. Loki was unearthed in 2019 at the Judith River Formation of Montana's Badlands, around 2 miles from the U.S.-Canadian border. 2 beluga whales have been rescued from Kharkiv in Ukraine and taken to an aquarium in Valencia, Spain, in an extremely complex operation. Now, check this out. A multinational team involving marine mammal care experts from the Oceanographic de Valencia, the largest oceanarium in Europe, Georgia Aquarium in Atlanta, and SeaWorld were all involved in the high-risk journey. The pair of belugas, a 15-year-old male named Plombier and a 14-year-old female named Miranda, arrived in delicate health 2 days ago after a grueling journey. It all began Monday this week when the team first removed the whales from Ukraine's Nemo Dolphinarium and drove them 12 hours from Kharkiv to Odessa. From there, they traveled to the border with Moldova, where EU officials arranged to speed up border control. A 6-seater chartered plane awaited the rescue team in the Moldovan capital and flew everybody to Valencia, where they arrived on Tuesday. Wow. Now, check this out. Finally, I'll leave you with this. NASA is hosting right now a virtual media briefing, and it is to discuss a new summary of recent tabletop exercises to simulate national and international responses to an asteroid impact threat. The 5th biennial Planetary Defense Interagency Tabletop Exercise was held April 2nd and 3rd, 2024, at the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory, otherwise known as the APL, in Laurel, Maryland. NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office, in partnership with FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and with the assistance of the U.S. Department of State Office of Space Affairs, convened the tabletop exercise to inform and assess our ability as a nation to respond effectively to the threat of a potentially hazardous asteroid or comet. The exercise supports NASA's planetary defense strategy to protect our planet and continues the agency's mission to innovate for the benefit of humanity. That's right. The Planetary Defense Coordination Office is a real thing, according to the movie Don't Look Up, which is where I first heard about it. So, yeah, I checked it out. It's in the movie. I checked it out. I looked it up. The PDCO is real. And they even have a logo and a patch. That's right. The following participants will review the history and purpose of the exercise, the scenario encountered during this year's simulation, and its findings and recommendations. Those three people were Lindley Johnson, NASA's Planetary Defense Officer at NASA's headquarters in Washington. Levictus L.A. Lewis, FEMA detailee to NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office at NASA's headquarters. And Tarek Daly, Planetary Defense Section Supervisor at Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Laboratory in Laurel, Maryland. Now, in Don't Look Up, Rob Morgan played Dr. Teddy Oglethorpe, the head of NASA's Planetary Defense Coordination Office. So, watch today's press conference, then watch the movie, and you'll fully understand why I'm telling you all of this right now. Life is a trip. Seriously. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Thursday, June 20th, 2024. Breaking news is produced by Renee Neumann. Coming up shortly, I will be on with Christina Gomez, Mysteries with the History. Today, we're doing dragons. I can't wait for that. And then tonight on Fade to Black, Seth Showstack is here, and the search for E.T. continues. All of that and much more. Got a busy day. It is Thursday, which is my Friday. I'm Jimmy Church. Go Beckley Teppy.